Tonight in a theme that rhymes. God, work with my mind. Get me prepared for what you have for me. There are many of you, you don't have things tonight that you should have. Therefore, who should already be possessing certain things tonight, but you don't have it. You don't have it. And the reason you don't have it is your mind. You know that there's only one God. There's only one person that's perfect. Right? But some of us married to people who think they, well, let's go on. John 3. Look at John 3. John 3. I had to get that in. Some of us have been accused by people lately that we think we know everything. Don't turn to John 3. But y'all know that ain't true, right? We don't know everything, do we? If you know everything, raise your hand. I'm going to prove to you right in front of all these folk. I'm going to embarrass you. Because we don't know everything. Is that right? But does God know everything? Is anything hid from God? No. Nothing. He's the perfect one. He's omniscient. Am I right? John 3. Let's get into the meat of the teaching. Notice John 3 and 18. We're getting into the meat of the text. Because remember I said earlier, those who reject Jesus reject salvation. Now watch this. Watch what Jesus himself says. Watch what Yeshua says. In John 3 and verse number 18. He says, he who believes in him or in God is not condemned. But he who does not believe is condemned already, because he has not believed, or she, in the name of the only begotten Son of God. You need to see this. He who believes in him or God is not condemned. But he who does not believe is condemned already. Why is he condemned? Why is she condemned? Because he or she has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God, or Jesus. Now, two things condemn means. Number one, to declare a person to be unjust or unrighteous. When a person doesn't believe in Jesus, it's not up for me or you to condemn them. They've already condemned themselves by not believing in Jesus. They have made themselves to be unrighteous or unjust. See, whenever we don't believe God as being Son of God, we condemn ourselves. But can I take it a step further? Anytime we fail to believe God, we are condemning ourselves. If God says to you today that I'm turning your situation around, and you don't believe that he has the power to do it, you condemning yourself. You are declaring yourself to be unjust. You hear me? Number two, you judge yourself as unfaithful. See, you condemning yourself. You're judging yourself to be unfaithful. Why? You don't believe. You don't believe. And what is the one thing we want to hear him say in the end? Well done. Woo, well, my Bible reader, thou good and what type servant? What type servant? He's saying to you, you believed. Listen, but for those who do not believe, and I don't care what your hang up is about not believing, you condemn yourself. Well, Pastor, I don't believe because my husband don't believe. But see, you ain't going to stand for your husband. And I've never seen it like it is now, where so many spouses are willing to go to hell for each other. Where you have people who won't accept Jesus Because their husband or wife won't do it. If you will do it, I'll do it. But if you don't go, then I'm not going to go. But see, when you stand before God, your spouse can't stand with you. You will stand for yourself. And I don't care how much pressure they put on you. If you join that church, if you do this, then I'm leaving. See you bye. That's not a hard choice to make. I'm teaching this thing right. I know it's tight. I know that it's tight. But see, I'm not going to hell for Donna. I'm not going to hell for my children. I'm going to tell them right. If they get mad, there the door. You used to live here. You know where it's at. But I'm not going to hell for you. Oh, yeah, you finna get excited, and I ain't going to hell for none of y'all. I'm not going to stand up here, water down the message to get a smile from you. I'm not going to water down the word so you will join this church. If you want a weak church, if you want a weak pastor, there are plenty of them out there. Because the way God uses me is that what he says through me upset folks sometimes. And don't tell me God is talking to you. Don't tell me he's speaking with you. And what he says never upsets you. And I know a popular song say, you know, the devil said no, but God said yes. Sometimes God said no. See, that song will get your head all twisted. Only thing you want from God is yes. But see, listen, we don't run God. We don't run God. You can't change what God said in operation. You can't dislike holiness, so you change it. You got a little bit of money in there, so now you want to be a social drinker. You can't change what the word says. I don't care how much up and coming you get in corporate America. There are places my money can take me, but I won't go. Whoa! It's tight, it's tight, it's tight. You ought to see folk. It's tight. Right? Acts chapter 13. And see, people will hear the real truth and they'll get upset with God about what he's saying. But see, ain't nothing they can do to God. You can't frown at him. You can't roll your eyes. I mean, it ain't nothing you can do with God. So they take it out on the man of God. Yeah, do y'all know sometimes I teach and preach certain stuff. You take it out on me. You leave here mad thinking I'm going at you. And I ain't even thinking about you. I'm just thinking about declaring the word. Because see, at the end of the day, none of y'all blood gonna be on my hand. But if I don't preach truth and you die in your sins and you came to church up here faithfully, but I didn't tell you the truth, your blood gonna be on my hand. God gonna require your blood at my hand. I mean, I tell folks, everybody think they want to be a pastor and stuff. You don't really understand. Just get you a nice suit and a tie. Come on, I'm being honest with you. Because to declare some things, there are going to be a lot of empty messages going forth today. Just to please visitors. Empty words are going to be spoken today. Words that have no power to heal, to deliver. See, what I'm declaring today is that which has power to deliver somebody. Come on. That's how I got delivered. Preacher didn't play with me. And I thank God the night I went that he wasn't playing. Man preached about Jesus being crucified. And subject was, what are you going to do with Jesus? I'm sitting in the back of the church with a pocket full of money with my homeboy on our way to the crap game. And I told him, I said, man, you could ride with me, but I first got to do this thing for mama. She been on me by church. So I'm going to pop in to the revival tonight and pop out. And see, it's sad because some of you don't even invite your loved one to church no more. But see, she stayed on me. Some of you had a perfect opportunity to make sure your children was in church. But you didn't even invite them. You didn't even encourage them to go. But you going to make they cookout though. She said, you need to come to church. And I came that night. And that man preached the word. I came sitting on the back a gambler. And I was shacking at the same time and had kids. And the message drew me to the altar. Come on, somebody. I went home and told my wife or my girlfriend. I said, I just got saved tonight. She looked at me because she knew I wasn't lying. She seen the difference. I said, I just got saved. I said, I've always loved you. I just didn't have the power to do what's right. I said, will you marry me? And let's make things right. Hold on. She said, I'll marry you. I said, you got to come. I said, will you come get saved? She said, yes. She came that Thursday night. I got saved that Wednesday. She came that Thursday night, got saved. We got baptized that Friday night. Told the preacher, we getting married tomorrow. He said, we'll do it at the church. I said, I don't have no church clothes. Borrowed a suit from my brother. If you ever look at our wedding picture, it look like I'm on crack. I'm serious, because at the time he was in the NFL. Big old neck and going on. I was drowning in that suit. Y'all ain't hear me. I know what God will do. We were married that Saturday. Not no $10,000 wedding. Most of them don't last. This had God in it. We didn't have all of that. Come on, somebody. Knew a person spent $25,000 on a wedding and the marriage didn't last. Can't buy love. Where we at? Acts 13. I gotta get ready to come in. But I want somebody to know how God will change your life. That means I don't feel sorry for nobody and what they trapped in or whatever. He died for you.